Hello guys, and welcome to today's tutorial. Today I'll be taking you through how you can create a high converting gig on Fiverr. What this means is that creating a gig on Fiverr does not necessarily mean that you are going to convert people. That is, you are going to get clients through that gig. Especially if you're a beginner, it takes a whole lot of work for you to get clients knocking on your door. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do this as a beginner, how to create your gigs, and how to make it highly optimized so that you can rank high on Fiverr and get people looking for your skills to find you fast and actually get to pay you for it. If this is what you want to watch, then watch till the end, because there are some useful tips I'm going to be leaving with you right at the end of this tutorial so that you can begin your journey as a Fiverr freelancer. I am Don John, and this is a Primer Tutor tutorial. Primer Tutor is a brand that helps young entrepreneurs to start and grow their business fast, and that's why we provide you with these free tutorials and other free resources to help you grow your business fast. Now, what is Fiverr? Fiverr is a freelance marketplace. What this means is that if you have any kind of skill, you can bring it to Fiverr, and then people looking for that skill will also get to search on Fiverr and find you, and they can hire you. Now, these people can be from anywhere in the world. You don't need to be in the same geographical location. For instance, I am in Nigeria. I can get clients from US and I can service them without any hassles. On Fiverr, tasks are being outsourced. So if you have something you want to do, you don't have the skills to do them, and you need that thing to be done professionally, you can jump on Fiverr, search for what you want to do, and Fiverr is going to bring out people that possess that skill, and you are going to hire them for a very low amount. Now, thirdly, some gigs are really inexpensive. Okay, you can get people working for you for just $5, and they will provide professional services. Before we start creating our gigs, I'll urge you to hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to this channel already. Also, leave a comment in the comment section. Share this video to people you think you are going to like it as well, and like this video. Now, when you do this, you are going to help this video rank high on YouTube, and you'll be getting every notification for all our free resources to help you grow your business. To create a gig on Fiverr, go to the description section and you'll see a link to the Fiverr website. Or you can open your browser and type in fiverr.com. Hit on the enter button and it will take you straight to their website. Now, for you to create any gig on Fiverr, you need to have an account with them. I have this tutorial that shows you step by step how you can create an account and build your profile to make it optimized for you to get clients fast on Fiverr. So if you don't have an account with Fiverr, just go ahead and watch that tutorial. I'll leave a link on the description section so that you can be on the same page with us here. To create your first gig, come to where we have My Business on your dashboard. Click on it and you see gigs here. Click on the gigs. Now on this screen, you want to click on Become a Seller. Here it is written ready to start selling on Fiverr. Here's the breakdown. So they're telling you what you need to do before you can begin to sell your services on Fiverr. I'll just come straight to this place and click on continue. I'll click on continue and I'll still click on continue. So here you can see the first step is personal info. If you have followed my tutorial closely, then you should have filled this place successfully. So what I'll do, I'll simply scroll down to where I have continue. Now, one point I want you to note is you can see here completion rate is 80%. Now, for you to be able to create a gig, I think you should have up to 70% completion rate. If not, you will not be able to create a gig. So if this is not up to 70, you need to go back and watch that tutorial and do everything step by step as I told you, and you'll get this percentage up. So I'll scroll down and hit the continue button. Now the next one is personal info. you scroll down, you can see all these things you have filled already. But if you didn't fill, you can just go ahead and select all these things and then go to continue. Now here are linked accounts. You can see that I've used my Google, that's Gmail, to verify that I am a human and not a robot. So here I'll click on continue, and here's security. And for the security, I've also verified my phone number. Now all these things I have shown you on that tutorial, so just go ahead and do as I've told you. Now let's hit finish. Now it says your seller profile is all set. I'll click on done, and here I can start creating my first gig. If you want to be a successful seller on Fiverr, there's no need for you to do trial and error. What I'll encourage you to do, and what I always do, is to just go ahead and see people that are already successful in the niche that I want to sell my services in and copy what they do. Now, when I say copy, I don't mean you copy word for word, but you duplicate what they do and add your own style and class to it. For this tutorial, I want to create a gig on web design. Remember, we are creating a course on how you can become a successful freelancer selling your web design skills. So one of the ways to sell your services is signing up on Fiverr and creating a gig as a web designer. So I'm going to walk you through this step by step. If you are interested in this our course, I'll leave a link in the description section. All you need to do is just sign up your information there, and when this course is ready, we are going to send you this course free of charge. The next thing you do is come over to these three dots here, click and come to new incognito window. If you're not using a Chrome browser, just go to your address bar and type in fiverr.com. Hit enter, and this is it. What I want us to do here is to find other people that are selling these web design services. So here I'm going to type in web design, and I'll click on search. Now Fiverr is going to show the gigs that are related to web design. I'll just scroll here. You can see the first one, Angel Moon. I will do a home page. That's not what we are looking for. This is Wix. My focus today will be on WordPress. So I'll just scroll till I see a WordPress website designer. So let's take this one for example, Jawad. Jawad says, I will create responsive WordPress web design or blog. Now you can see he has a 5.0 rating from about 579 people, and his services starts from $95. So I'm going to right click on this and open. Then I'll look for another one that has done a whole lot of jobs too and has a higher rating. So you can see another person here. This one is top rated by Fiverr, and he says, I'll create a responsive WordPress website or WordPress design. His services starts from $95, and you can see he has 618 5.0 reviews. I'll open this in a new tab as well. So here is another seller, is Zain Sahid. He has 565 ratings of 4.9, and his services starts from 100. So I'll open this, and with these three I'll start going through what they have done. Now this is the title. I will create responsive WordPress website design or blog. If you scroll down, this is his thumbnail, and he also has other pictures. You can see these are the sample of the sites he has designed already. So he's showing them. These are part of the things he does. This is proof that he can design these things. So as a web designer, you need to also show the proof that you can design these websites by showing links to the websites that you have designed already. Now, if you are new to web designing, I have this tutorial that shows you how you can build websites free of charge, and I'll be leaving the link in the description section. You don't need to pay for a domain. You don't need to pay for hosting. You simply just follow that tutorial, and then you can create as many websites as possible where you can get the images and put them here like this guy is doing. All these things, we'll be making use of them as we create our gig. Now let's move on to the second person. I will create responsive WordPress website or WordPress design. So as you scroll down, you can also see there is a similar thing. He also has the images of the websites he has designed previously. So you scroll down and you can also see the things he's writing here to convert people. The third person, if you scroll, you can see he has this image here in the thumbnail and also the websites that he has done before. So all this, I'm going to show you how to go about doing this exactly as they do so that you can start ranking high. So let's go back to our gig. This is our gig, and the first thing we want to do here is the gig title. You can see it starts with I will do something I am really good at. So here you are going to fill in your skill, and this is where we are going to get the inspiration on what we are going to fill there. So what I'll do next is to open a Word document. On my Word document, I'm going to head over and copy all the titles of the gigs that I open and paste them here. I have copied the three. This is the first one, responsive WordPress website design or blog. This is the second one, and this is the third one. So these people, as you saw, are very successful. They have done many jobs. None of them has done fewer than 500 jobs. So you can see the title they are using. So what we'll do is you simply pick the keywords here that repeat themselves. You can see responsive is there in all the three. WordPress is there in all the three. Website is there in all the three. Design is there in all the three. The keywords here are responsive, WordPress, website, and design. So let's go over here and get creative with these keywords. Here we are, and this is what I've been able to craft out from all those things that we copied. Now, I will design a high converting responsive WordPress website. Now I've included other keywords. So like I said, you don't just have to copy this thing word for word, but I've made sure that all the keywords that are ranking are in my gig title. So like we saw earlier, we had design, we had responsive, we had WordPress, and we had website. I've added high converting. Okay, so this is another keyword that if somebody is very particular about the website that converts, then your gig title will also rank for it. So you can see here it says just perfect, and I've used 53 characters out of the 80. The thing is, if you make your gig title too long, you will now notice that this will change to red, and it will tell you that shorter descriptions are better. So let's move to the next one. This is select a category. I'll click on the drop down and I'll select graphics and design. Under subcategory, we can see here website design. So I'll select the website design and then move on. The next one is the gig metadata. So you have to select the website types that you design here. So if you can do e-commerce, you can select this, but make sure you only select the ones that you can design so that if a customer comes, you can actually offer the services. You know, Fiverr has a rating system. So if your client is not satisfied with your services, it's going to rate you 1 star, and that's going to be very, very bad for your business. So I'll just go ahead and select the ones I know I can do. And you can only select 3. So look for the 3 that you know you are very, very good at, and the ones you know that people are looking for actively. The next one is to add the tags. For the tags, we have to come back to the page that we first searched for. This page that showed us the different gigs on web design. So if I scroll back up, you can see this was our search word, web design. So if I click here, you can see a list of words that people are searching for that are also related to web design are shown here. So you can see here best web designer, you can see responsive web design, you can see website design, HTML, CSS, and all of this. Now that's one way to get your tags. Another way is for you to simply come here. You can see where Fiverr is suggesting what people are searching for that are related to your search query. So if you want to be a web designer on Fiverr, this can make good tags for you. So let's see. We have a website development. We have here WordPress. We have WordPress website. And then we have a website. So for here, I'm going to just take this WordPress website. That is one. Then I'll come here and take responsive web design. And then I'll also take SEO. So let me head over and type in these three things. So I'm done typing the three, but I'll also do something else. I want to make it up to 5 tags and fill up the maximum. So I'll just type in WordPress, and by the time I type in WordPress, you see the suggested words here. I can just choose any of them. For instance, I can choose WordPress developer, and finally I'll type in here website, and here are the suggested keywords, and I'll just choose here build website. So with this, I've filled up my 5 tags. The next thing I want to do is to do save and continue. As I hit on the save and continue, it now indicated that I've made some errors. So let's go back and check. These things are normal. You can see here it's showing the red. That means I missed to fill something. I only did the first one and not the second one. So I'll click on platform and tool. Let's look for WordPress. Here I'll check WordPress and also search for other ones that I know I can use. If I scroll down, I'll see Elementor, and finally I'll select constant contact. Now you don't have to select the ones I'm selecting. Now you only choose the ones you know you are good at. So with that, you can see that both are checked, and then the red warning has gone away. So you also come down and there is another error here. It says tag list cannot contain tags with more than 20 characters. This already, I think, has more than 20 characters. So if I take that out, you can see the error has gone away. But I still want to complete my tag. So I'll type in responsive. You can see the only thing that comes here is responsive web. So I'll just select it. And with that, I'll hit save and continue. So with that, we have gone to the second page, which says pricing. Here we are on the pricing page, and on the pricing page, we are going to set up 3 different price packages for our gig. Here we have the basic, the standard, and the premium. So we are going to start off by naming the package. Now what I'll do is I'm going to run over this, and then you will take your time to fill this the way you want. Before we get started here, let us head on to where we got our inspiration from and see what they are naming their packages. So this is Jawad, one of our top performer, and you can see here top rated. So we are going to go to the pricing, and here we have basic. You can see basic starts from $95 US, and these are some of the features. To get all of the features, you come to this drop down and click on this. So here you can see 1 functional website, 1 page, 1 responsive design, content upload, 5 plugin extensions, and all the other things listed here. You can see it delivers in 5 days and has 3 revisions. And the description here is startup, high converting landing page including premium theme, blog, image slider, social media, and contact form. So this is what you are going to get, and all these other features for this price. So if you check out the standard, the price goes up. This is $245 US. Here he calls this business, and you get 5 pages of responsive website, basic plus security, stock images, page builder, Google map, and support. So these are some of the things you are going to get, and if you scroll down, you see that you get these other ones. Okay, so these ones are not highlighted, that means you are not going to get this. Then you go to the premium, and you can see for the premium you get all these other options, and then this is what is writing about it. Page, 10 pages, responsive e-commerce site, 10 products, standard package, and all this other stuff. Okay, so this is what one of them is offering. So you can move over to the second and to the third and do the same, so that you can get inspiration to fill your own. Now what I'm going to do to save time is that I'm going to go over and fill up all my gig, and then we are going to run through it very fast. Okay guys, so I'm done with filling my pricing page. Let's run over it. Here we have the basic, standard, premium. So I've decided to name this mini, midi, and maxi. You can call this anything you want, but just make sure they are distinct and unique. Next, we go over and give the description of our packages. Here I'm saying 4 pages of high converting and responsive website, including 1 contact form. So these are the basic things I'm going to offer for this mini package. And here I have 5+ pages of high converting and responsive website, including contact forms, location map, and blog. Here I have 10 pages of high converting and responsive website with e-commerce, contact form, map, email integration. So why I'm making this brief is because the character is limited. Okay, so just watch out that you include the most important things, so that you can capture everything you want to put in there. So we move over to the next one. Here I have 3 days delivery, 5 days delivery, and 7 days delivery. For the number of pages, I have 4, 5, and 10. And then here I put custom asset design. I set this to 2, set this to 5. Now asset can be things like logo, custom images, and things like that. Okay, so the next one is responsive design. These are pre-checked. That means you are going to give them a responsive design. If you are not going to give them, you can uncheck. Okay, but you leave that check because that's part of our package. The next is responsive design. It is very important that this remain checked, because most of the websites now has to be responsive, so that any device the person is using, it can adjust automatically. Here you have prototype. Now if you read at the right hand side, it says you will create a demo that shows the design and user flow. All right, so if you are going to include that, you can select this, but if not, you can simply uncheck this and let it be. For me, I want it to be, because I think it's going to make my packages more attractive. Now here's the source file. Please, if you don't understand anything that this thing means, just look over to the right hand side. Okay, there you can see the description, and that will help you to know what to do, in addition to the inspiration you got from our pro web designers on Fiverr. All right, so for me, I choose to include this in the second package and the third package. Now content upload, this will only be obtainable if you choose my highest package. And then convert HTML to CSS, this is only included in this. In fact, I'm going to take this off because I don't want to include that. The next one is the number of revisions. How many times will you do the revision? Let's say the person that placed the order doesn't like what you do for the first time. Okay, you can make a few modifications and then present it again and then again. So this is what the revision means. Here I can do it for 3 times, and here I can do it for 5 times. Next is a very important aspect. This is the pricing. Now for your pricing, you don't want to go too low, neither do you want to go too high. Remember, you are a beginner, so you just need to find a midway, a kind of sweet spot where you don't price yourself too high or make yourself too cheap. So that sweet spot for me is $80 for beginners, then $95, then $150. Then you scroll up a bit here. If you are going to use a licensed image, you can select the numbers and the corresponding prices, and those licensed images are going to be from Shutterstock Media. Okay, so when you select that, it's going to be automatically added to your total price. Now this is the total price for each of your packages. If you scroll down a bit, you are going to see add extra services. Now for the basic, standard and premium, you can add additional amounts here for additional web pages. If you scroll down a bit to also make it faster, let's say you want to reduce the days, like for mine basic is 3 days, but if you want me to do it faster, that means you have to pay me an extra $5 and I'll make the time shorter. So all this I have unchecked them because I don't want to include all of those in my additional packages. With this, I think I'm good to go. So take your time and fill this, look at our inspiration pages, and then you'll be done with this. So let's hit save and continue. The next page is description and frequently asked questions. So we are going to head back to our inspiration page to see what they're doing over there. Here we are on our inspiration page. So you are going to take your time here to go through what they have written. Now this is the point you want to look at. This is about this gig. You're going to look at all this. This is what the person has written. This is the copy that he has written to convert people to place order for his gigs. You're going to scroll down, take your time to see this, but for me, to save time, I'm going to copy these things to the Microsoft Word document we used earlier on, and then I'm going to take my time and edit it. And when I'm done, I'm going to come back and I'll tell you the important features that you should include and the things you should not include. Okay, now let's do this. Okay guys, I'm done with writing my gig description. So these are the ones I copied. I copied the description from our 3 top performers, and then I was able to go through them and get inspiration and follow their pattern. Remember, there is really no need for you to reinvent the wheel. So this is the final copy that I came out with, and this is how I structured it. I have the first part here is about the overview. That's just going to give you a brief description about what you are going to get. And then the second part is your benefit. This is going to be a bullet point of your benefits, what exactly you are going to get when you use me. Now the third part is why hire me. That is, I'm giving you reasons as per my experience why I should be the one designing your website. So this is just the basic structure. I advise you to follow the same. You can pause this video and get to read this thing one after the other, but for me, I'll just copy it and paste so as to save time. This is my final gig description. I've made a few modifications yet again, so you might want to go over this one. Here I'm starting here with a question. This question will help to grab the attention of whosoever is scrolling through the result page of Fiverr. Okay, so if you want to increase your sales, by the time you get to see this, at least it will resonate with you that this is what you want. At least that alone will make you stop and get to look at other things. Scrolling down, you can see other things. It's still the same structure. After the question, you see the benefits, and finally why you should hire me. So it's basically the same thing, but I've changed a few things. Take your time and read it over, and then write your own. When you are done with that, you want to scroll down, and here you have frequently asked questions. Here you want to add some questions that people will want to know right off the bat. So let's look at our inspiration and see how that goes. This is the first person, and I have not seen any frequently asked questions here. And for the last person, we can see some frequently asked questions here. So you can also draw inspiration here. The first one is, how do I get started? What do you need from me? And when you click on the button, you will see how it goes. So what I'll simply do, I'll get some of these questions that I am interested in, paste it on my own frequently asked question, and that will make the job easier. So let's start from the first one. How do I get started? Okay, I'll select this, copy it, head over to my own. Here I'll click on add frequently asked question. So this is where I'm going to ask the question. So I'll paste it here and then I'll modify this. How do I get started? So I'll just add the started here and I'll take away what do you need from me. Remember, when you get these things, you don't have to do it word for word. You have to modify it and make it your own. So I'll go back to the question. I'll grab this, that's the answer. I'll copy it, head back to my frequently asked questions, and this is where I will add the answer. So I'll paste the answer and then I'll go over it and see how to modify. Now the answer says you must at least have an idea of what kind of design or theme you are looking for. If you don't, I can suggest something related to your business and target group which we can work from. So let me rewrite this. I have rewritten this so you can look it up. I'm saying send me a message with a brief description of your project. You don't have to know much, just know the type of website you want and tell me the goal of your website. You can see that this is completely different from the first one, but the inspiration I got there is that the person just need to know something about what he or she wants to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for all the questions that I want, and later we'll go through it together. So I'm done with my frequently asked questions. We already saw the first one. The second one says, will I be able to update content on my website as a beginner? And the answer says yes. WordPress is a drag and drop content management system. I will offer you post delivery support for the first 1 month, after which you should be able to manage your website by yourself. Okay, so let's look at the last one. Last one says, do you provide web hosting and domain name registration services? No, this is not part of this package. However, I can guide you on how to register your domain name and pay for web hosting that is very cost effective. So you can add as many questions as you want, but for me these 3 is enough. So I'm just going to hit the save and continue and head over to the next page. The next page is the requirements page. So here you can see that Fiverr already have some questions. If you scroll down, you'll see here add a new question. So you just click on this and then here you can ask the question. Here I have typed in my question. So from here you can see the different options that you can choose from. Here is free text. So if you just want the question to appear like this, then this is fine. If you want it to have multiple choice, you can select the second one, and here you can type in the option. Like here I can say yes, and the second option I can say no. That's in response to my question. And then if there are more than 2 questions, you can click here to add and to bring up another space that you can add the question. All right, so when you are satisfied with this, you can now click on add, and then your question is added. So you can now come and hit save and continue. The next one is the gallery. This is where you are going to add your gig images or videos. Now there's this belief that video converts more than images. So if you can do a video of yourself trying to market your services, that's fine. But if you can't, you just have to provide the images here. You can see you can upload up to 3 images here, and you can upload 1 video, and you can upload up to 2 documents, and it's saying here PDFs only. We want to start off with the images, and here we can upload up to 3 images. But before we do that, let's see the image guideline. You may want to read through all of this so that you get a good knowledge of what the images are all about. Okay, I advise that you go ahead and read all these things, but I have already read through, so I'm just going to go ahead and upload my images. First of all, let's go and see our inspirators, what they did for their gig images. This is it. You can see here, I will design or redesign responsive WordPress websites. And then he has some images and a call to action. He also has his own picture. So that's for one of them. Let's take a look at the second person. This one just says mobile friendly WordPress website, and then some of the features. It doesn't have its own image. Okay, so the thing I would like you to know here is the image size. Okay, you need to get the image size right, and then it has to be a high resolution image. So to get this, I'll go over to a tool called Canva and create my image. Here we are in Canva. So I'll simply come here and click on create a design. I'll scroll all the way down. I'll come to where I have custom size. Then I'll click on the custom size, and here I'm going to type in 1280 by 769. Now this is the best resolution you can use for Fiverr. So with this, I'll just hit here, create a new design. So on the left hand side, you will scroll till you find anyone that you like. Okay, anyone that you like here, and then you just make a few modifications. Okay, but if you don't know how to use Canva, just leave a comment in the comment section. I want Canva tutorial, and I'll go ahead and do a full Canva tutorial on how you can do your images, videos, presentations, and anything design on Canva. To save time, I already did this design, so I'll just head over and upload it here. To upload your first image, you come to where you have images up to 3, come to browse, click on browse, and then you are going to locate the image on your computer. To me, it's under the downloads. This is my gig image. As you can see, I've decided to add my picture and written all this. So if you are creating your gig image, you need to highlight the benefits and some of the features, and also write here WordPress website design. They will know that that's what you're doing. You can put a few logos, like in mine I've added WordPress and Elementor. Alright, so I'll head over to the second one. Here I'll just put a picture of one of the websites that I've designed. Okay, so the pictures are here. I'll just look for one of them. I'll select this one. This is the picture of the hero section, and click on open. So that way I've brought in the second, and I'll bring in the third now. This is another website that I've designed. Boom, I'm done. I've exhausted all the 3. The next thing you want to do is to upload a video. If you don't know how to create a video and edit it, just leave a comment in the comment section and say I want video tutorial, and I will show you how to use Camtasia to create your studio. Not just Camtasia, I'll also show you how to connect it to your phone and use it as a webcam and all those things. Okay, so just leave a comment in the comment section, I want video editing tutorial, and then I'll just do that for you. So the next thing is I'll come to the video. Here you can only do one video, so I've already prepared my video. I'll click on browse. This is the video. I'll select it and click on open. So my video is done updating, and you can see here under review by our trust and safety team. So this video will be reviewed so that you don't infringe on other people's copyright materials. So if you want to know the standard of how to create a video, come to the gig video policy and go ahead and read what they are writing there. So I'll move on to the next one. This is the documents. You can submit up to 2, and it says only PDF. So I'll click on browse. And here I'll locate my first PDF document, open. Okay, what I've done here is that I've just gathered screenshots of my website and I've put them together to form one PDF document. Okay, so I'll also do the same for this one. This is another website, so I'll look for the second PDF document. And boom, that's it. So if you noticed, I've tried to utilize everything that they say we should put in here. Some people might just put in one picture here and leave these ones blank. Well, it's good, but to me, from experience, I always like to use all the available spaces. It's called online real estate. So if you have any place that you have to type in a name and they say the name is maybe 20 characters, try to utilize almost all the characters, okay, so that it takes up more space, it pops out when somebody is looking at it and all of that. So this will help me rank better than if I only used one. And all these things are also proof of the works that I've done. So with this, I'll scroll down and I'll click here and agree that these materials are created by me, and I'll hit save and continue. So we have gotten to the last stage, and that is to publish. So here is saying you are almost there. Let's publish your gig and get you ready to start selling. So as I can see here, nothing is there to be done anymore. We have filled everything, beginning from the overview. We've done the pricing, we've done the description and frequently asked questions, we've done the requirements, we've done the gallery, and here we are at publish. Congratulations guys, if you have come this far, that means you are ready to start selling on Fiverr. And I want to urge you to keep on following our tutorials, because we'll be dropping more secrets on how to make it. Dropping your gig is just one thing, but how to begin to get the clients is another thing. I'll be doing that video and I'll be posting it. So hit the subscribe button, share this video, do everything you have to do so that you get the notifications. Next, I'll come here and click on publish gig, and you can see your gig is open for business. Spread the word. So here you can share on Facebook, you can share on Twitter, you can share on LinkedIn to begin to let people know that you are ready for business. And I really advise that you share these things, because you too have to do your marketing to get people directly to your gig. So guys, that has been it for this tutorial. But once again, I'd like you to go through all the links that we are going to leave here, and make sure you watch these videos because they are related to this. And if you want to get the full course where we'll take you by the hand and show you how to begin from scratch, even without any skill, build up the WordPress skill, which we are going to teach you in a very comprehensive tutorial. If you want to get this free of charge, then just click on the link, head over and subscribe, leave in your details, and when the course is ready, you'll be among the first people to get it free of charge. And believe me, the course is going to be a bit pricey because it contains so many things, all right? So just be the first to get it because you are here first. Thank you once again for your time. I'll see you in the next tutorial.